Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Tuesday, July the 16th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, looks like we got some good ones here. Now I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out to give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas that were there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, it being Tuesday, we have a new set of not only dailies, but we have our weeklies here as well. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use a score booster drink. As you can see in the top right hand corner of the screen, I have one left. So you can see I have a 25% boost. That is a natural boost that I get off the scoreboard because I'm a Fallout First member. I'm going ahead and go use a score booster drink, which is going to give it another 25% for 24 hours. Now we can only use one score booster drink at a time, so just an FYI. So you see that boost went up to 50%. Now you will notice if you ever try this, especially if you've never done it before, you notice that the score has not changed, and you're wondering, hey, okay, well, you know what? You've done nothing wrong at all. All you do is you just back out. Then you go back in again. As you can see, it has changed. And the same thing for your weeklies. They will change as well. All right, that's what you got to do. Just in case you guys are wondering, and you're thinking, hey, nothing changed on the scoreboard, just back out and go back into it. It's not that big of a deal. All right, let's take a look here, Jim. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's go ahead and take a look at this one here. Craft or scrap armor 5. So again, we can find armor laying around the wasteland. We can get armor off of killing various enemies, such as Scorched. I find grafted monsters are a pretty good source of different types of armor. Blood eagles, cultists are also a good source of armor as well. Not all the time, but the odd time. But for this one here, for daily weekly challenges, you're better off just crafting a couple and then scrapping a couple. And that's what we're going to do here in this video. It just makes it a little bit easier. But at the end of the day, you can choose whatever you decide to do. Let's go to our armor workbench here. Now, the armor we are going to craft is something you learn very early on in the game. It is light armor, and it is leather pieces. I remember, I think I was like, I would say level 10 or 15 very early on in the game, and I was able to craft these bad boys, and very easy, as we can craft these at level 1. As you can see, for our leather left arm at a level 1, it's only going to cost me 1 cloth, 1 leather, and 2 steel. So we're going to go ahead and craft 3 of these bad boys here. As you see there, 3 for 5. Now let's back out. Let's go ahead and scrap those leather left arms we just crafted. Done, just like that. As I said, you can go out and try to find that stuff if you so wish. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. But for the quickest, easiest way, you might as well just do it that way. That way, it just saves you a little bit of time. All right, what's next here, Jim? Build a floor or wall in a shelter 10. So again, a shelter, we can get a couple of different shelters. There's shelters that we can pay for with a lot of atoms. However, you can get yourself a free shelter, even if you're a brand new player. You make your way up here to Vault 51. I would say the hardest part is to make your way up here, but when you do, you just go inside the little vault that's up there, and you'll have like a little quest. And the quest is about 5-7 minutes long, if that. It's very easy to do. There's no enemies at all. And at the end of that little quest, you'll get yourself a free vault, which is pretty awesome. Now, if you're a returning player and you were around in Season 13, and you made it all the way to rank 100, you would have got yourself a free vault there as well. It's called the Sound Stage Vault. And if you paid for Fallout First just once, ever, you would have been able to claim a vault lobby shelter. And even if you don't pay for Fallout First again, you will always have that vault lobby shelter. All right, so just an FYI there. So I own 3 vaults, and all 3 vaults, basically, I got for free. And here is the vault lobby shelter here. All right, so we're inside, so we got to build a floor or a wall. Let's check the look just to make sure. build a floor or a wall in a shelter. Okay, we're inside of our shelter. Let's go to our build menu here. Let's go here to some floors. Let's go ahead. We're going to... There we go. Build this upper floor. See if we can do this this guy here. There we go. Holy mackerel, I'm having a hard time here. I usually kind of go for the half walls myself because it costs less materials. But again, you can do whatever you want to do. Some people like to add to their shelter or camp when these particular daily, weekly challenges pop up. There's definitely nothing wrong with that at all. There we go. Build a floor, wall, and a shelter done. I know myself, I just end up scrapping it like I am now. You get a little bit of it back, and I mean just a little bit. But you can do whatever you wish to do, however way you want to play your game at the end of the day. And this is just as easy as it is. Okay, let's get out of here. All right, what's next here, Jim? Let's take a look here. Drink Nuka-Cola Orange too. So again, we have these particular daily, weekly challenges, if not every day. Seems like it's every day. It's either drink Nuka-Cola products, collect Nuka-Cola products. Sometimes they're more specific, like orange or cranberry or grape or Nuka Quantum, as we had just the other day. So Nuka-Cola Orange, again, is the same spiel as I always kind of do, because I know there's always new players coming to my channel. We do have this OG, I call it the OG Nuka-Cola station. As you can see, it will collect Nuka-Cola Orange amongst other things as well. He'll also collect the odd bottle or two as well. Now, I got this back in the day for free. I forget what scoreboard it was. It was a very, very long time ago. But you can buy him for 1,250 gold bullion from Samuel down here in Foundation, as long as you have a cautious reputation with the settlers. Okay, FYI. Now, if you're around in Season 11, let's go down to the resource section here. If you're around in Season 11, you would have got your hands off of a Nuka-Cola Quantum version of this off that scoreboard here, this guy here. The only difference is that because it was around the same time that Nuka World on Tour came about, he will also collect Nuka-Cola Quantum and Twist, which is pretty awesome. Okay, they're pretty rare ones. But he'll also collect Purified Water and Nuclear Waste. All right, so I have one of these in one of my camp, but most of my camps will have the OG one here. All right. And that was more so for the returning players. Maybe you don't know or realize that you have one of those, right? They're very useful to have in your camp. They're worth it's definitely worth it, because these particular daily, weekly challenges come up, if not every day. It seems like every day, as I mentioned. All right. You will come across an older video of mine. It was very popular back in the day, and there was a natural spawn for Nuka-Cola Orange very, very close to Middle Mountain Pit Stop. Now, I did update that description and title to reflect that it no longer works, but if you travel a little bit this way, you'll come across, there used to be an orange tent with a Nuka-Cola Orange inside of it, but that no longer is there, and that change was made of June of last year, 2023, so that's a little unfortunate. We can find a Nuka-Cola Orange. There's only one other location it spawns naturally, and it's at Fraternity Row, so let's go over here, and we'll see if it's on this server. Now, again, Fraternity Row is a very popular spot, especially if you're on a public server with other people. There's a lot of times you can come here and that Nuka-Cola room, there'd be no Nuka-Cola products at all because everyone would have taken them. All right, so just an FYI there. We visit this place enough that we know that it will spawn here. Burp. And it's this one here, the Etasai house, one with the blue door. They being pushed into the door. And basically just a kind of walk-in basement. And we have the Nuka-Cola room here. And you'll see, oh, there it is right there. Nice. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Nuka-Cola Orange. There'll be a Nuka-Cola Grape here, Nuka-Cola Dark. Sometimes there's a Wild here as well, so just an FYI. So as you can see, I'm just going to leave this guy here. But just to because most times I just want to use it to show people that it can spawn here when I look for it, you know, because how I do these videos all the time, all right? So just an FYI. But again, you could try this place, but I wouldn't bother trying it. I wouldn't bother server hopping it for long. You're better off just buying it, okay? If you don't have a Nuka-Cola Collectron station, you don't find it here, you're better off just buying it, okay? And there's a couple places that we can buy it. One place is right down here at White Spring Resort. Let's go inside to the refuge. I'm going to hide this gun here so I don't scare anyone. So we're going to head up this section here. We're going to take a right. We're going to go through the tavern area. We're going to go through this medical bay. This is the huge room where the responders are. We're going to go to the little store that's in here. And here's Bubbles. Bubbles will sell Nuka-Cola Orange for 31 caps. Now again, you can server hop this 100 times, and every time you come here, Bubbles will have that Nuka-Cola Orange, 100% guaranteed. Okay, and you can just fill your boots with whatever Bubbles has as long as you have the caps for it. Okay. Now there's another good place that we can buy it as well. It's down here in Nuka World on Tour, which is also another free fast travel. So let's pop down here. Alright, so we're going to go right down here to the vending machines. Now, one thing that's really good about the vending machines, its inventory is not tied into Bubbles' inventory. They're both totally separate, which is awesome. So here are the vending machines here. Let's go ahead and buy. Again, there's our Nuka-Cola Orange right there, 31 caps. And you're better off at the end of the day just buying them, okay? Because you'll just be wasting time, unless you have the time. There's nothing wrong with that either, but if you're short on time, like a lot of people are these days, because, you know, they're busy doing stuff, you know, extracurricular stuff, or home, or work, or school, whatever. So here we go. Let's go ahead. We're going to drink our Nuka-Cola Orange here. As you can see, I have quite a few on me because I have those Nuka-Cola Collectron stations. Again, they're worth their weight in gold. I can't stress it enough. Can't stress it enough. All right, what's next, Jim? What is next? Let's go ahead, kill Glowing Creature 1, so you will come across some older videos of mine. You just gotta mind the audio because they are older, using the older equipment, so I just gotta FYI, but they're still valid here today. Some great spots we can find some glowing creatures very reliably. One such spot is up here in a place called Monadga. There's probably about 12 to 18 mole miners here, and usually half of them are glowing. Okay, great spot for glowing creatures. Great spot. Right up here at Abby's Bunker, it's a level 0 requirement terminal to get in, so it's pretty good. Once when you go down, there'll be 5 rad roaches. We have seen all 5 being glowing a couple times in my videos, but usually there'll be at least 2 or 3 glowing rad roaches down there. Fairly low level, very easy to beat. There'll be right down here in Welsh, there'll be a glowing mole miner in the main house in the middle of the town. He usually has a missile launcher on him, so again, he is a very reliable spot. When we did our 5-part series and our quest down here in Skyline Valley region, a large amount of creatures down here were glowing. It seemed like every creature seemed like it was glowing, alright? So if you come down here, it's a pretty good spot. We have the Commie Bear, which is right here. He's not glowing, but if you go inside Camp Liberty, you'll see a bear, Yogawai bear, and he's glowing inside that cage, okay? Another pretty decent spot is right here. It's like a little tunnel. That's a pretty decent spot there as well. Right here at the Shenandoah Visitor Center, glowing rad roaches up there. Great spot as well. Again, very easy, very easy. In case you guys didn't know, the trading post is a free fast travel down here, so just an FYI. We're actually going to go to that little tunnel here today, so let's go to the makeout point. And we'll make our way down to that tunnel, just to do something a little bit different. I try to incorporate what I can of the Skyline Valley region to folks. Alright, so we're going to go which way now? Just put a little marker down here. There we go. Couple wolves there, it's fine. Have a nice life. All right, so there's our tunnel down there. So this is an unmarked location for some reason. Oh, there's a glowing, yeah, there you go. Just random. There's a glowing ant. As you can see, glowing is in their name, right? You see how it says glowing in their name? Now those ants doesn't seem like they are glowing, but as long as they have glowing in their name, you're pretty good. But we can see the glowing rad roaches up ahead. You see inside that tunnel, there's all kinds of them here. All kinds of them. And shouldn't be any issue at all. There's usually about, I think there's about 5 or 6 glowing ones in there. As you can see, there's another guy in there. I'm wondering what's going on to his buddy. There's one that's not glowing, but that's fine. Just an FYI. Skyline Valley region is probably where it's at for glowing creatures these days. Alright, what's next here, Jim? And look at that. Cripple enemy limb 6. So again, you guys had saw it probably popping up. That's why I track them the way I do. So as I complete them, you guys can see it pop up on the screen and you guys can get some ideas without me having to say kind of deal. But I'll still go through it anyway. Cripple enemy limbs 6. So enemy can be any enemy on the map. Okay, it can be as we saw insects. It can be animals. It can be humans. It can be robots. It can be cryptids, ghouls, scorched, what have you. Any enemy on the map, as long as you're crippling their limb, and it really opens it up. You basically just gotta shoot at them. All right. Now in the past, I would say either like a head or arm or a leg, and I would highly recommend that people use VATS, but some people are good free gamers, and I'm definitely not one of them. I like to use VATS, and there's a perk card that'll help us out under perception. It's called Concentrated Fire. This allows us user to move our VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs as we kind of go VATS kind of deal. And those of you who've been playing for a little while know what that's all about by now. But again, when it says cripple enemy limbs, you just basically just got to shoot at them, okay? And it's really not that difficult. So you guys saw me kind of doing that as we went along. You saw it pop up on the left-hand side. So let's finish this off with these rad roaches in here. Okay, see that? See how it pops up? Just like that, guys. It's really that easy, and it makes it easy when it says a limb. Alright, this is a fairly easy area of the Skyline Valley region. You can get a lot done in that one little area there. Alright, what's next here, Jim? Collect Mirelurk eggs 3. So I do have several older videos where we go ahead and collect Mirelurk eggs. Now this one here is a real touchy subject with people. A lot of people just end up re-rolling it, and every time this pops up, I constantly get comments about people not having luck getting the Mirelurk eggs, and I definitely feel the pain. I definitely do. I know what it's all about. So when you go after Mirelurk eggs, there's 2 things or 3 things that can happen, I guess. 1, you can pick up the egg successfully. 2, the egg will explode, and when it explodes, there'll be like a little baby hatchling that pops out, okay? And then 3, when you go back, that egg that exploded becomes an egg again, and it shows that you can interact with it, but you can't interact with it. And it makes it very confusing. A lot of people just end up re-rolling that bad boy. But we can find 3 Mirelurk eggs up here in Grafton Dam. And that's one of the videos. And I actually did another video probably a few days after I made it, kind of explaining to people how it works. I know a lot of people didn't know how it worked, because that was like the first time we ever had that daily. We will find several Mirelurk eggs down here, Ohio River Adventures. That's a pretty decent spot. And of course, down here in the Skyline Valley region, we're not going to go here today, the Hemlock Springs Dump. I have not tried picking up Mirelurk eggs here yet, only because there's usually about 3 or 4 Mirelurk kings in the area, and they will demolish you relentlessly. I'm just saying. They will not say sorry. They do not care about your well-being. They will demolish you there, okay? So actually, let's try. We haven't gone up here to Grafton Dam for quite some time going after Mirelurk eggs. So let's pop up here. Actually, I usually when this one here pops up, I just bring you right, guys, to Ohio River Adventures. So let's go here today just to kind of change it up. Now, where we want to be is we want to go inside that tube right there. And if you don't have the key to this place, like if you're brand spanking, you never known the key to it, that's how you would get into this dam, is through that little porthole there. All right. Because usually it's locked up and you need the key. You can only get the key from inside. But many of you know that by now. So we're going to go down here. Now this is a little glitched out, but close this door here. All right, there was some Mirelurk eggs in there, so we might have to. It's been a little while since I actually came in here for this. There's usually one guy down here. So it's this one right here. We got to go inside. Let's open up that hatch. And we're going to close this hatch. There we go. So there's our Mirelurk eggs there. And when I first made this video, was the very first time we ever had that daily. It's a very popular video. It's the main one that usually pops up. So let's go ahead and we can see what happens. See how it's kind of destroyed. All right. So for some reason, 2 guys came out of that one. It's weird. Okay, good stuff. Sorry. So we got 1 Mirelurk egg. So that's good. Oh, 2 Mirelurk eggs. Wow. That's people are going to get mad at me here. 3 Mirelurk eggs. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. People are going to get mad at me for that. I know. I can just feel it. Just because it's such a sensitive daily to do with a lot of people. All right. Close the sucker. He must have opened that door on us. That's weird. Let's go ahead. We're going to take a rat away here. Let's go to Ohio River Adventures, just in case this is the first time you're watching one of my videos. So let's pop down here real quick, just to show you the other location that I usually bring you guys. It's been a little while since I've been here. I'm glad that worked out for us. Just to give you guys some more options, right? It's good to have a couple options rather than just one, in my mind, anyway. And this is probably the best spot for Mirelurk eggs, only because there's like so many of them. And I highly recommend you don't come here with an explosive weapon like what I have, because because of the splash effect, will actually destroy the other eggs around that one egg you're trying to pick up. Especially if that little hatchling comes out and you kill it, it's going to destroy the other eggs around it. All right, so as we can see, some just kind of coming down here because of these guys here are going to come after me. But we see there's usually about 4 patches of these Mirelurk eggs all around this little section. So you can just try your luck with them, all right, if you so wish. If you so wish. All right. What's next here, Jim? Seems like we went through those very fast. Yeah, we went through everything there. Okay. Collect caps 100. So there's several different ways we can do this. You can wait for people to come to your vendor and buy stuff from you. That can definitely work. Again, it could take all day for that. There's been some servers where you go on a server and people are just kind of hanging out at their camps waiting for an event to pop up or whatnot. And you'll come across that a lot. So it could take all day for that. So you might as well just go after caps yourself. A couple great spots you can do that. And it's the ones that I highly recommend to you guys. Mainly because they're close to a train station. So we have Morgantown Airport. We have all those scorch that are there. If you're lucky enough to spawn in collision course, again, more scorch, so that means more weapons. There's more chems you can pick up. There's more armor. And then all you do, don't even bother wasting a carry weight booster. Just walk over here to Morgantown Station. You'll be overweight. Don't worry about that because it's right here. All right. Sell all your stuff to the vendor and collect your caps. Same exact thing down here in Welsh. Just because it's close to a train station, you don't have to worry about being overweight and trying to fast travel. Okay, just make your way over here, and that's what we're going to do here today. So I spawn here in Welsh Station. We're going to go after some mole miners down here. The Welsh is probably your best bet to get the most amount of caps because the gauntlets, missile launchers, the combat shotguns you get from here, they're all usually around 20 caps each. All right, so as compared to Morgantown, you'll get like pipe weapons kind of deal, and you won't get as much for them. So FY, so there's our guaranteed glowing mole miner here, in case you guys are wondering. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to kill some of these mole miners here. Now we only need 100 caps, so it's not too bad. And usually on top of that building, usually is a bunch of weapons anyway. All right. Let's go up here. So again, we're going to grab this combat shotgun. That's good for about 20 caps, as I mentioned. Pump action shotgun maybe about 15. As you can see, there's a bunch of weapons just laying up here, just for you to take, basically. It's pretty awesome, actually. We'll go and get this stuff here off these other guys. So he's got a gauntlet on him. That's good for about 20, 22 caps. There's an assault rifle. And the guy next to him as well. Doesn't have a weapon on him, which is weird. Pump action shotgun and a gauntlet. Nice. As you can see, I'm overweight now, but I'm not worried about it, okay? Because there's this train station right there. I'm not worried about it. We just walk over after. There's usually a weapon right here, just laying here. Oh. He ducked for cover. Usually down in this house will be another mole miner. You'll have there'll be some weapons just laying in here. Huh. Little bugger, see that? Usually there's a weapon. Oh, there's right there. War drum, nice. Weapon right there, just laying there. This is a real good spot for this. Probably one of my favorite spots. Another gauntlet. Just because the type of weapons you get so many caps for them. We're probably good now, actually. We're probably pretty good now. And this is just half the town, so there's at least 6 more mole miners around. And more weapons just laying around as well, so just an FYI. Mole miner gauntlet, there we go. So we're good. Alright, let's head this way here. We'll head up to the train station. Shoot him in the face a couple times. There we go. That's weird. Head up here. Now there's a couple more things that can help us out here when you're selling stuff. Something a missile launcher there. Under perception. Sorry, charisma, sorry. It's called Hard Bargain. Even if you have a level 1 and level 2, it'll help you. I have a level 3, so buying selling will be a lot better. If you have great mentats under aid, as you can see, there are better rates for 10 minutes. I'm just going to say that for another day. Let's go ahead and trade this stuff here to this vendor bot. Let's go up to the weapons section. Combat Shuck, 25 caps, as you see there. Gauntlet, 17, and it depends on the condition of what you're going to get. Another gauntlet there is 21, 21. As you see, collect caps 100 for 100. We do really need all this stuff. It's just like that. Let's drop this stuff, actually.
The wasteland without the proper supplies.
Now, another thing to just want to make a mention when you are collecting caps, the max caps that you can have on your person is 40,000. Okay, so as you can see, I have just a little over 37,000. If you're, let's say, if you're 39,000, 900, you know, you have 100 of space in there kind of deal, as long as you have the space. But if you're right at max, right, you'll have to buy stuff or something in order to make room in your purse in order to get credit for that daily week challenge. So just an FYI there. Let's go ahead. Let's trade the rest of this stuff. I can use some more caps.
Available.
I'm not sure if we have a weekly on this or not. We may have a weekly on it. All right.
Ammunition and
Nice.
other supplies available here.
I think we're done. Oh, that guy spared that guy down there. Whatever. All right, let's take a look here. We are done just like that. Real easy one here today. Not too bad at all. Not bad at all. Good luck getting those. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.